That's interesting. I had done advertising and marketing work at my previous job, and I was really looking to do something where I could get a little more involved with computers. I was in industrial sales, gears specifically, and this gave us a chance also to do something where my son and daughter, as they were growing up, could be involved in the business rather than working at McDonald's. Gave them a chance to find out what free enterprise was like, and they get purchasing and customer service and all sorts of that exposure, which I think proved to be really good. Our company that I was advertising manager at went through one of many ownership changes, and they asked that we get the name on the sign out front changed so that it would compensate or line up with the new ownership. And I called the company that had put the sign up for us, and I said, I need to get a quote on having the sign changed. And he said, well, it takes 6 months. And I said, oh no, we've got to have it done sooner than that. He said, no, it'll take 6 months to get you the quote. And I then tried chasing around, and I had a horrible time finding anybody that could take care of it. That convinced me that there was a need. There was definitely more demand than there was supply. Definitely, and probably it's still true today, more demand for sign activities to be taken care of than people willing to chase it down tremendously. In fact, the fact that we got into the business where computer cut signs were what we were doing, prior to that, and we've been at it 16 years now. Prior to that, was the world of the paintbrush, which had been for, millenniums. And the computer came along, and it really did take a person with no artistic capability like myself and turn us loose. If we could do something on the computer design side, then the computer could cut it and we could have a perfect sign. And then on the heels of that, the digital printing has landed for the sign world. So there have been just almost as big a revolution in terms of what signs looked like say 10 years ago than they are looking like today, just based on the changes the digital printing for the large format digital printing have brought in to the sign. I had a chance to do a race car, and another fellow was doing a race car in the bay right next to me, and he had his paintbrush out and he was working feverishly, doing a really nice job on it. And I came walking in and cleaned the car and applied the vinyl decals and lettering and left. I had lunch, the job was done, and he's still sitting there working on the front fenders. I think the first thing is to assess the need for what it is that you're thinking of pursuing. Is there really a business there? Is the demand there that would support it? And putting a business plan together. You may not need to get capital or financing behind you. Certainly if you do, you'll have to have the business plan for that. Deciding what form your business is going to be in. Are you going to handle it as a sole proprietorship? Are you going to do it as a limited partnership? Are you going to do it as a subchapter S or just a full-blown corporation? Getting that determined early on in the game is tremendously helpful, because you're going to know how your records need to be kept, how you have to satisfy the unbelievable number of people that are going to expect reports from you and money. There are a lot of small business opportunities for young people today. Fabulous opportunities, and that aren't necessarily capital intensive. Just where a good idea and a good business plan would let you get going. Let me be specific. We provide a quote to somebody for a job, and then it maybe doesn't materialize right away. I know from my previous life that what I really need to do is come back and query them. Did that job fall through? Is there somebody else that could better take care of you? Having those sorts of plans in place. Another thing that has happened to us is maybe partially Midwest mentality, but we've done thousands and thousands of dollars worth of business with people on a handshake, and on those rare instances where it doesn't work out or something goes wrong, and it's not often, but then you need to pursue a legal path to a remedy. A handshake just doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, there need to be documents in place, signed acceptances, agreement on.